We have a special person named Ruth Melson. She is a representative of Conservative Victory Political Action Committee. I'll get it out. And she is going to do a little bit of a presentation for Dan Bongino. Ruth.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. We are happy to be here. I'm here with Jim Jamidas. We are representing Conservative Victory PAC, and we're just delighted to be here at this wonderful event. And we're here to help our friend Dan Bongino win in November. Dan Bongino has run a campaign with one of the strongest grassroots outreach and volunteer recruitment efforts in recent memory. I can tell you that they are all charged up by his exceptional articulation of conservative principles, which recently got a shout out from Sarah Palin herself. Dan's message is simple. Our liberties are under attack, and it is we, the people, who know best, not big government. Dan warns us not to get lost in the granular details. This is a far bigger battle against a dangerous political ideology, and which they are playing for keeps. Yes, folks, the stakes are high. In an earlier speech, Dan, as you all know, does wonderful speeches. He's done many of them. They're all great. But this is an earlier one, and I'm going to quote from this one. They're all equally excellent. But this one I'm going to quote. Dan clarified what is at stake, and I'm going to quote this. I spent my entire life studying macroeconomics. The writing is on the wall. It is all there, and again, I don't want to sound apocalyptic because, God, I love this country, but we are in a lot of trouble. And I don't want to be the prognosticator here. We are printing our way into a debt apocalypse and inflating away the value of our money and all of our assets. We can't build anything here because our corporate tax rate is the highest in the world. Our real estate market is collapsing. The very core of what this country was built on is collapsing. And the time to turn around, right the ship, make a U-turn is right now. It's not tomorrow. All of you listeners, you have to do. Don't talk. Talk is cheap. And we just heard that. Talk is cheap. Action changes the world. If you're not volunteering for a campaign and just sitting on your butt, which none of you don't fall into this category at all. You are part of the problem, and you are whistling past the graveyard. An entire generation will be holding the bag if we don't come through in November. End of quote. Now, I am pleased, along Jim Jamidas and I, as I said earlier, we are representing Conservative Victory PAC, and it is our pleasure to endorse Dan Bongino as the United States Senator to represent Maryland, the next United States Senator to represent Maryland. We have a certificate to present to Dan that I'd like to present to him. I'd like to read it first, if I may. We are presenting this to Dan, and I'm going to read it. Conservative Victory is pleased to endorse Dan Bongino as the next United States Senator to represent the state of Maryland. And I've just repeated that, and I want to repeat it. The state of Maryland, the next U.S. Senator. Now, if I may, I'd like to read our little inscription at the bottom of this. It says, "We believe that our elected representatives must protect individual freedom, limit government expansion, roll back regulation on small business, cut taxes and fees, preserve Second Amendment rights, enforce legal immigration, respect life and strong family values, uphold private property rights, and promote personal responsibility." And it's signed by our President Charles Floyd. So we are happy to present this to Dan.
Thank you very much. I'm honored. Wow, I didn't expect that. Jim's behind the camera. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it. All right, folks, thank you very much. Eat, drink, and be merry. That's what they say. I'll be around.